Hey guys, Saiyan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to talk about the new Dokkan Fest Vegeta that is coming out tomorrow for Saiyan Day, and go over his link set, his best link partners, and some of the teams that you are going to be able to run him on if you do pull him outside of his own team, of course. So first of all, we will go through his actual link set. Now, of course, he does transform from base into Super Saiyan, so his link set does change slightly, so we will be looking at both of those forms. But starting off with him here in his base form, he has Saiyan Warrior Race, Royal Lineage, Prepared for Battle, the Saiyan Lineage, Prodigies, Saiyan Pride, and Fierce Battle. So as you can see from the column on the far right, when it gets to him being at full level 10 links, he has a lot of links that give him extra attack. He only has a few that give him defense, but he is a very strong unit defensively, right? He's stacking defense with his supers when he's in base. He has guard for the first few turns, and then of course once he's transformed he has guard anyway. So pretty solid links. 3 different links that give him key: Royal Lineage, Prepared for Battle, and the Saiyan Lineage, all of which at level 10 are giving him 2 key each for the 3 links. So pretty decent overall link set. So if we take a look at his best link partners here, we can see he shares 6 links with King Vegeta and the the blue Berserk controlled Vegeta from the Heroes banner from this previous November, who is sadly not very good at all. But if we take a look at the King Vegeta has Brainiacs, which is the only link that this Vegeta doesn't have. What is the specific link they're missing? Prodigies is the one that they don't share. So this means King Vegeta will be activating a ton of links with the new Vegeta. He is the side banner unit, so obviously if you manage to pull him during your summons, he's going to be very, very good for the team. He provides support. He's got all these great links. Now, he has that part of his passive where if he's picking up the orbs, he gets his damage reduction. But specifically, he has the thing where when he attacks, if there's a Vegeta on the rotation, he gets extra stats, but he also gives extra support, which is kind of weird for a character who ideally would be a slot 3 floating unit. But it does mean that, especially in the early turns where the enemies aren't as hard, or if you're against like an STR enemy, for example, you could put him in slot 2 and have the Vegeta in slot 1, which means that not only is Vegeta going to get all of those links active while getting all of the support from this King Vegeta, but whichever unit that you have in slot 3 on that particular rotation is actually going to get the buffs from this King Vegeta attacking, which could be quite good. And of course, if you do get lucky, depending on the rotation, you could have a slot where there actually are no attacks in slot 1, and then put King Vegeta in slot 1 and put the TEQ Vegeta in the middle. So that can work out quite nicely as well. So this guy, definitely, if you're going to summon for Vegeta, it will be very beneficial if you manage to pull this guy as well. Very good link partner for him, and just very, very good on his team. Now, when we drop down to the 5 links, we obviously have the transformed version of Vegeta there, because you can transform one and then have them linking up if you choose to do so. But there's not really, on his teams and the setups that you have for him, there's probably no reason to really do that. Now, you can see here a lot of these units are a lot older. If you're on JP, of course, the AGL Bardock, who already has his EZA, they share a pretty decent set of links, including Saiyan Pride, which is one of the rarer Saiyan links for Super Saiyan teams, because of course Gokus don't really ever have that link. So they share a decent amount of links, but of course Bardock in his base form specifically, not particularly great. But, you know, works decently well with this Vegeta in terms of links. But for global, not really going to be much of an option. There is this TEQ Vegeta from last year's Saiyan Day, the support unit, once he's taken some hits. He obviously has some of these very common Vegeta links like Prodigies, Royal Lineage. Being a Super Saiyan, there's a lot of links that these guys are always going to have, like Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle. And of course, this Vegeta does not have Super Saiyan until he transforms. But linking him up with this guy, he's aged a little bit since he came out last year, but he can still be decent, especially against AGL enemies. And once he takes that 3rd hit, he does give everyone a support buff for 2 turns. So that can look pretty good for him as well. So he's a worthwhile option. But then you see when we look at the other 5 links characters, there's a lot of these sort of older units. Bardock and Guinea are not on a lot of teams that this guy will be on outside of just like a pure Saiyans build. But again, until they get their EZA, which is all good if you're on JP, Not going to be using them. This Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, I think him and that Goku have a decent chance of easy A-ing. I talked about them in yesterday's video, so that could be pretty good if he does get his. We have the TEQ Trunks, who, you know, can be okay in longer content, but especially, again, for the meta on Global, don't have a crazy amount of events that he's super good in. STR Super Vegeta is also another unit we talked about that could potentially easy A. And then when we drop down to 4 links, this is where we sort of get like a huge selection of characters to choose from, because once you start getting down into these like 4 links, we're talking about characters that obviously have Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and then Saiyan Lineage or some other combination of those other links. So Blue Evolution Vegeta for JP, very good choice, of course, very, very good unit. A lot of people argue that he's as like on the same tier as Beast Gohan, even if Beast Gohan is slightly better. So this guy, of course, super, super good. The standby version of the Buu Duo and the GT Duo's standard form are in the 4 link section as well. Vegeta and Trunks, so of course for a Vegeta family team, they share 4 links, which is pretty good. The base Goku and Vegeta, the STR one that fuse into Vegito, who do have their Easy A on JP. And then, of course, the TEQ Goku Vegeta. I mentioned them in that Easy A video. I think it's very low likelihood that they get an Easy A, but, you know, that would be super awesome. If we look at the STR Goku and Vegeta in their base, they have Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle, which is very good. And then, of course, we have TEQ Broly. I think TEQ Broly is probably the unit who is most likely to get an Easy A for this Saiyan Day, being that he is like the oldest LR that doesn't have an Easy A, and he's on Vegeta's 200% team. And they share 4 links in base, which, of course, once Vegeta starts picking up the Super Saiyan links when he transforms, they're going to link together even better. So there's a lot of options here in the 4 links section that are very useful. Majin Vegeta can still be really good on a Vegeta family team. We have the Trunks and the Heart Virus Goku. At some point they'll get an Easy A as well. Int Broly, GT Vegeta, some of these characters that are a bit outdated now, but with their Easy A's will potentially be super good and will be good additions to these teams. Dark Mask King, of course, technically is King Vegeta. Sadly, he needs a Heroes unit on rotation with him for him to actually be good, so he probably doesn't qualify as one of the best link partners for this new Vegeta. And then there's a lot of older characters in here. The Broly and Paragus that got their Easy A on JP, they are a Pure Saiyan support unit, but of course they're only on like Pure Saiyans and joined forces, so you're not necessarily going to end up running these guys on a team together, but they share some links with him and they support. And then, of course, as we drop down to 3, we're looking at a large majority of the cards in the game, right? Because it's going to be anyone that has Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and then any one other link with him. So those are pretty good, including, of course, we have the LR Trunks and Broly. They'll be on his team under the 170 for Super Saiyans. I still think there's a possibility they could Easy A for Saiyan Day as well. Now, if we take a look at the Super Saiyan version of this Vegeta, so the Super Saiyan version of Vegeta, he has Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Golden Warrior, Prodigies, Saiyan Pride, and Fierce Battle. So he picks up Super Saiyan and Golden Warrior here, which of course is going to allow him to link a lot better with some of these other Super Saiyan characters. So you can see he now shares 6 links with that Battle of Gods Vegeta. Basically any other sort of Super Saiyan Vegeta. So Super Vegeta, if he gets his Easy A, Transforming Vegeta, these guys all share a lot of links, which is very good. And then when we drop down to 5, we have some of these LRs here, like the LR Super Saiyan trio. So for the full-on Super Saiyan's 200% team, Vegeta's going to be a very good slot 1 unit, and then once he's transformed, shares 5 links with these guys. We have the LR Gokus in here as well, the LR Super Saiyan Gokus, and of course Gohan, because they have basically the same link set. We have the standard form of the Buu Duo, they share 5 links. These guys, of course, are another unit that massively benefit from having a good slot 1 unit around, so that they can get their attacks off before they're getting attacked in slot 2. And then, of course, we have, as we scroll down here, got units like the these older Super Saiyans, the Goku and Vegeta there again, who could potentially get their Easy A. A whole lot of Super Saiyans are in here, right? Because now that we've got those extra couple of Super Saiyan links, there's some big units here that we can share setups with. And when we drop down to 4 links, we're looking at a lot of these LRs. Of course, the Broly and Gogeta are on here from JP. They are, I think Broly is on Vegeta's 200% lead. The Gogeta, he's not on, is he on Mastered Evolution? Gogeta is not a Mastered Evolution, I don't think so, no. So he'll only get the 170 lead from Vegeta, but of course, still a fantastic unit. The LR Sword of Hope Trunks, LR Future Gohan, the GT Vegeta, the standby version of the GT duo. Trunks and Vegeta are here again, of course, TEQ Broly as well. So yeah, these guys, a lot of really good options for this team. Really excited to see what the Easy A's are going to be for this celebration, because some of these guys could really ramp up this team. But we have the Dragon Fist Goku for JP is under the 4 link section as well. We have the TEQ Super Trunks, another unit that gets buffed by the release of this Vegeta, because he's another Android/Cell Saga unit, and he's a slot 1 character, which this Trunks obviously wants to have around. So that works out quite nicely as well. Then we have the GT Super Saiyans. Int Broly's obviously still here. Super Saiyan Bardock. A couple of the repeat offenders from the previous one. The transformed TEQ Trunks. God Goku's in here as well. Another interesting one for like a Pure Saiyans build against movie bosses. We have the good old Vegeta and Bulma card. So there's a lot of characters that are going to be sharing the 4 links. And then we drop down to 3. There's still some other solid ones here, but this is where we really start to get... This is literally going to be like everyone that has Fierce Battle, Prepared for Battle, and Super Saiyan. So there's a lot of 3 links characters. So when we're looking at some of the top tier choices, a lot of it's going to come down to who gets Easy A's during this celebration. Because you've got... Like I say, this Vegeta can still be pretty good. Transforming Vegeta is kind of an like Easy A until he starts to get into his later forms. But we are sharing 5 links with some of these bigger LRs, like the Super Saiyan Trio. That combo is obviously going to work really well together. The AGL Spirit Bomb Goku on a team with a lot of Super Saiyans can still be good. He's one of those units that I feel like he kind of gets overlooked a little bit because he's not great at tanking supers, but he will tank normals. He does big damage on his attack. He does apply status effects, which some of the newer events from the anniversary you are actually able to do. Which is quite decent. I still think this physical Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta could get an Easy A during this celebration, and we've got that Goku and Vegeta there as well. There's a couple of the big suspects for potential Easy A that are going to be really good with this guy and sharing either 4 or 5 links with him. So a lot of good link partners here for the Vegeta. And then I did want to show here as well quickly, this is just the page on the wiki that shows the card details, and obviously you can click down here on the shout out to Dokkan info. This site's super useful for the card resources, but you can click on the 200% leaders tab, and you can see that outside of his own leader skill, of course, he is on the 200% leads for the Super Saiyan Trio, the Carnival Goku, because he's on Battle of Wits, the Resurrection of F Blue Duo, STR Goku and Gohan, and Majin Vegeta. Obviously, the 3 at the top here that aren't the LR Super Saiyans are kind of outdated now, and so are their teams, realistically. But Majin Vegeta can still be good for running a Vegeta family team, although, of course, this new Vegeta does kind of take his place as the best Vegeta family leader, and then the Super Saiyans 200% lead for the Carnival LR. So he's not on a ton of teams for the full 200%, but I think this Vegeta is good enough from what I've seen of him, you know, only from seeing, like, the Rainbow Link level 10 showcase on a 200% team. But I feel like he's a unit that will be able to hold his own on a 170 team. So there are a lot of options for team builds that you can run him on. But yeah, that's the link set and the best link partners for the new Vegeta, both in his Super Saiyan form and his base form. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Are you going to be summoning for Vegeta? I will have a video coming out later on today talking about the banner and the units that are on it, my thoughts about summoning or skipping, all that stuff. But let me know your thoughts as of now. Will you be summoning for him? What kind of team build do you want to run? Who do you want to run him with? After seeing this video, are there any potential link partners you want to try out with him that you maybe hadn't thought of before? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.